Hi, my name is Chelsea Slager, and if you're like me and like to cook at home, or if you're a prep cook at work, then every now and then you may come across an onion. Cutting an onion can seem like a kind of time consuming process, but if you know little tricks here and there, it can be pretty quick and simple. A couple tips that I personally have is one, if you soak your onion in cold water for about 30 minutes before you're going to cut it, it makes the aroma a lot less strong. If the aroma is a lot less strong, then there's less chance of your eyes tearing up, them stinging, burning, all of that stuff. So that'll make the process go over just a little bit smoother. Second, watch your fingers. Always know what you're doing whenever you're cutting a knife. Make sure you're paying attention, you're not looking at other things, because if you get cut by a knife, it can seriously hurt you. So I always tuck my thumb. Make sure that's out of sight, out of mind. It's just out the way. Make sure there's no way it can get cut. Second, watch your fingers. Seriously, watch your fingers, people. It can hurt if you cut yourself. Okay. First thing you're going to need, onion. Second thing you're going to need, your Michael Myers knife. This is my favorite kind of knife to use cutting anything because I feel like it personally goes through a little bit easier and just cuts right through. And it doesn't have ridges on this one, just a small little butcher's knife. Since there's not ridges on it, it goes through a little bit easier and it doesn't get stuck on little nicks here and there and it doesn't tear anything up. It just goes straight through. First thing you're going to do, which I've already gotten the process out of the way, is you're going to cut off the ends of the onion. So you're going to cut each side off, put those out the way. Second, on the onion, you're going to make a little bitty cut and tear off the outer layer of it. That includes the skin. So the skin will come right off with it. And then instead of just having to peel it off or take it off the little bitty piece of the onions whenever you're done, just get that process out of the way now. So now you're going to cut the onion in half. So get it in half, set it aside. So that's where we are now. We have two halves of the onions. So here, we're going to make sure our thumb is out of the way. Make sure your thumb is tucked. We're going to go 1. We're going to go 2. We're going to go 3. Just make as many of these as you want, just going back through it. So you're just going to keep going back, back, back. If you want to make them thinner, then you won't have to go over it as more at the end. I just made it a little bit thicker because you can always go back through it later. Again, make sure your thumb is tucked. Then you're going to get them lined up so they're all at the same point right here. And then you're just going to go through it, go through it, go through it, go through it. You're going to keep going back, keep going back, keep going back. Make sure all your fingers are tucked. Whenever it gets to the point where you can feel it's almost awkward holding it with your fingers, you're going to move it down. Instead of being up, move it down. So we're going to have it like this. Get them all evened up, lined up again. Go, go, go. And if you feel like you don't want to hold it, you feel like it's getting too close to your fingers, you can always lay it down. So you lay it down, get all your onions up together. And if you just feel uncomfortable going the super cool chef way of just slicing over it, you can always have your palm of your wrist right in the knife, not like this, and just go, 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 go. This way it's a little bit less intimidating cutting an onion. I know whenever I first started working at Waffle House, I saw people just go right through cutting onions, and I didn't feel comfortable doing that. So an easier way, just cut right through it. And it still has the same effect. May not look as cool, but it's safer, and there's no way you're going to cut your fingers up. And they still come out pretty good looking. They look exactly the same as if a super cool chef would cut them up. So just go over it as many times as you want. Some people may like their onions a little bit thicker. I like mine on the thinner side, so I go over it quite a few times. So you just go, 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 go. And then if it's easier, then you just push them together. Keep pushing them together. And go over them one more time. Get a good cut on them. And there you go. Got a big pile of onions ready for your spaghetti or ready for your burger or whatever you want to use them for. And they're good sliced up, and you got all your fingers. So that's the safest way that I think to personally cut your onions, and that's all I got for you. Now you know how to cut your own onion, and you can do it by yourself. You don't got to buy them diced up.